Alright guys, in this video we're going to look at how to add sliding doors. Okay, we probably should have added them in the same video as we did the normal door. Again, I've still got to populate more of these doors. So what I might do in this video is do a sliding door and then sort of brief again on how to do a single door. So we're going to go again to our FreeCADs and we're going to type in here a sliding door. It should bring up what we're looking for. So sliding door, and you might get quite a few options as well. Right, you might have to page through a little bit. There's an elevation view of a sliding door. You can make your own CAD block of a sliding door as well, but there's a bar folding, not a bar folding, a sort of a French door. There we go. So there's a sliding door. There's a top view of a sliding door. Give it one or two more looks to see through if we can find. I'm not too sure why they've given us plants in this, but right. So I think if we go back to 3, again you can look on other websites as well, and you can scale things up and down. Okay, so I'm going to view this. I'm then going to DWG that. Right. It should have downloaded. Let's just double check. There we go. Okay, so let's open it. It says window 007. That's it. I'm going to then copy it. Control C. Take it again into our drawing space. And you're going to see that's very, very small. Right? And what I'm going to try and do with this is to stretch it. So I'm going to click at least to get, I don't want the whole thing because then it won't stretch. I want to stretch this mechanism here. So let's do that first. Actually, this aspect of the sliding door, let's stretch this out to a certain length that we want. So let's try that again. So we're just going to highlight that, stretch, and we're going to pull that out. It should stretch for us. Let's pull that out. Look, mine says I'm happy to pull it out at about 550, enter. And then I'm going to pull this one out. So I'm going to stretch on this side so that we get symmetry. I'm going to stretch that. So let me just show you how I do this again. I type and stretch first, or the alternative, the other way around, enter. And then I'm going to highlight that portion. We don't want to get any of this other frame in. Then I'm going to go enter. I'm going to grab any point along here, center point, it doesn't matter. Click it, drag it across 500, and then we should get symmetry. Now that's about the size of a sliding door I want. And the positioning, funny enough, for me is fine. So what I'm going to do is, remember, add a edge in here for my container. So in fact, as it is perfect for me. So I'm going to create my first edge there. Then I'm going to move it into place. Well, first of all, let me copy it. CO, enter, and I'm going to click on that center point and then go snap it on the center point there, and then it brings in my sliding door. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to trim all the outlines of the container wall that sit within the frame. We don't want that. Take that away, there and there. We obviously need that outside lip. We don't want that. That's the inside lip. We don't need that either. That inside line we don't need. And we're just going to go trim away this quite nicely. Right? There we have it. Okay. And there we have it. So one more trim to do, and I think we're all good to go. There we go. So the sliding door is in place. If we look at that for the main bedroom. So I'm going to go do it now I'm going to rotate one for you and do it in my lounge space, or bedroom 2, it's irrelevant. So let me just show you how we rotate that as a reminder. So I want to CO copy that. I'm going to bring it across here. And then I'm going to rotate it. I'm just going to highlight the whole thing. RO for rotate, enter. I'm going to click on any base point and then just swing it around to put it in the orientation I want. Let me move it down and then sort of line it up with where I want it. So that looks sort of centered. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Again, you can decide. Then I'm going to drag that across, snap, and pull that across. I'm going to highlight the whole thing, click, release, drag, M for move, enter, grab that center point, and I'm going to slot it onto the center point of that line. Oopsie, Control Z, go back. That was awkward. Not very successful. Drag, click, release, drag, click again, M for move, center point. So remember the center of the frame on the center of the wall. And then again, I go and clean up. I need to get the wall needs to stop there as well. I don't know if I've done that on this side here, but that line needs to be dark. I need to make sure the wall meets that sliding door. Okay, so we trim again. Last trim. Oh, Control Z. I don't know why we've got, there we go. Not too sure why I tried to trim everything. Okay, we can actually click and drag as well. Okay, click through there. We want to keep that outside lip because that's going to act as a bit of a step, a buffer into the container. So there we go. I see we've lost this part of the wall, so we can just go drag, click and draw it back in. And then I need to trim away whatever's in the frame over here. That should be perfect. So sliding door is in place. Now I've got a few more sliding doors to do. I'm going to do them in my own time, but that is just a little tutorial on how to get them in place. Very quickly while we're here, let's go and remind ourselves how to do a normal door. So if we go to, I'm going to go here, I'm looking at the bathroom. Look at the orientation of that door in the bathroom there. So go across to CAD again. I'm going to highlight the door that I had earlier. I can go download this or free CADs again, and I'm going to mirror this. I'm going to choose any point. Mirror, M-I-R. That's properties. I'm really doing a great job here, aren't I? So highlight again. We want to go mirror. Enter. I'm going to choose this point. Doesn't matter which point you choose. Do I want to erase a source object? Yes. I'm going to highlight this. So remember, click release, drag, click, M for move. But before I do that, I just got to go to side. Actually, let's do it like we did earlier. Let's take this perpendicular off, move it. First, it's off the wall and in sort of a, so that's a comfortable position. Remember, we want to create a short side to this wall. We want to be as short as possible to the side. So that's about right. I'm not going to measure that. I'm just going to use my discretion. And we're going to have that obviously going to line up with with that wall. So I'm going to trim that line away and then just click on that portion and then delete. Now I can highlight the whole thing, click, drag, click, M for move, and then I can go and push that into place there. Now the line command or line work, obviously I can go add that, pull that line into that position. Right. Then I'm going to trim away again so we don't have any of this. Remember, we're inside the house, so there won't be a step. There we go, so there's the door positioned perfectly. Now, there is a way to mirror this. I'm going to give you an example. So if I take a line, say I want to position a door here exactly as the door is positioned there. I'm going to take that outside corner of the wall, and I'm going to just draw a line in very quickly. Just watch to this outside corner of the wall, okay? And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight this door, right? The whole door. And I'm going to say mirror, okay? And what I'll do is I'll find the center of this line, which is about there. It's slightly off, right? But that's okay. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see I'm going to swing it around. There it is. And there we have the door in position for that bathroom. Erase the source object. No, because we want to keep that in place. Now all I need to do is go grab my line command with the container layer, right? Snap on there, snap down, draw up. You'll see it's left a little bit of the frame not constructed, but that's fine. Snap, draw straight up. Then I can go ahead and trim those lines. It's slightly closer to the wall on this side, but that's not a train smasher. The short side there is obviously a little bit shorter than that side. But we can argue that we've got a shorter, I could argue that I've got a shorter space here, so that's fine. Right, so that's how we do sliding doors, and that is how we use the mirror command if you want to add in some doors with a symmetry. Right, in the next video, we'll just add some furniture and maybe a kitchen sink as well.